Welcome back from that short break. We now take a look at news in business. In business today, the business community downtown Kampala has opposed the ongoing works by Kampala Capital City Authority to redesign Naminembe Road. This after KCCA technical team made a field tour with the Kampala City Traders Association leaders of Naminembe Road, which stretches from Bakuli Junction to Mini Price all the way to Entebbe Road. According to the traders, KCCA never involved them, and one of the challenges is that the alternative roads which they mapped out are too narrow to accommodate cars that exit the city. However, KCCA Deputy Director in charge of roads, Engineer Jacob Byamukama, said the project is meant to reduce congestion by giving leeway to pedestrians and cyclists.
As you have seen where we are standing, currently traffic moves in one direction towards Entebbe Road, but because the traffic will be moving down, traffic will all be coming in here, and then it goes towards Duster Street and also towards Nakasero Market. That's how the NMT has been planned. And the other overall picture I can give you is that we are trying to connect the city to the northern bypass efficiently, and one of the corridors that's going to benefit is from Bakuli up to the northern bypass.
Landlords in Uganda have appealed to President Yoweri Museveni not to sign into law the recently passed Landlord and Tenant Bill in its current form. The landlords say that the bill is discriminatory and is likely to lead to an economic collapse. The new law, awaiting the presidential assent, was passed by Parliament, and it, among others, bans payment of rent in foreign currency. Paul Bushenyi joins us tonight to expound on this controversial clause. Well, Helen, most of us are very excited that the Landlord and Tenants Bill was passed by Parliament. But it, among others, seeks to, of course, regulate the relationship between landlords and the tenants. But there's that interesting clause, Paul, there's that interesting clause that says all rent must be in shillings. What happens to the foreigners who are... isn't this very interesting?
Well, first of all, I think the people are excited are tenants. If you're a landlord, this thing has issues for you.
Mm-hmm. So what is the issue with this paying in shillings?
Okay. Yes. Now, one of the challenges of real estate is that the return on investment is very small. So, for example, let's just hypothetically say, if you spent 100 million building a house to rent, you'll be lucky if at the end of the year you get 2% of that money back. So 2% is about 2 million shillings in rent. Okay, let's say 5%, okay. 5 million.
Okay.
So it will take you 20 years to get your money back. So the cheaper your money is, the better for you. So people go and borrow in dollars where the interest rates are like 8% versus the shilling interest rates of 20%.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then there's a problem of exchange rate. The exchange can move and leave. So what he does, he passes that risk on to the client. Which is not a bad thing, except in years when it's bad, like 2015 when the dollar went 40% down. But like last year, I saw a report which said the dollar just moved about 4% throughout the year. You survive.
There's that issue also of raising rent 10% per year.
Look, it's never a good idea to subject the market to non-market forces. So for Parliament to decide that, okay, now maybe rents we need to change it to higher than 10%, we have to call a meeting, we have to convene Parliament, we have to do what? These things take time. The market doesn't wait for those things. Why don't you let the market deal with itself and sort itself? If members of Parliament really wanted to be helpful, if they really had a genuine interest to be helpful, what they would do is they understand the market, and the reason why rents are high, if they are high, is because the supply is low. So legislate in a way that supply can be increased.
All right, says increase the supply, and we're seeing that happening. Well, thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
That was news in business. We now take a look at our Daily Pearl of Africa series, and today we look at Bushenyi banana plantations. No homestead is complete in Bushenyi without a banana plantation in the vicinity. The area is one of the leading producers of matoke, the reason why the president established a banana project to process excess matoke that could not be absorbed by the market. Bushenyi lies southwest of Kampala and a few kilometers from Queen Elizabeth National Park. Let's have a look.
Bushenyi district is about 300 kilometers southwest of Uganda's capital city, Kampala. In this district lies this huge plantation of bananas. They are locally known as matoke. Bushenyi district is the leading producers of this crop as opposed to many districts in Uganda. To have such a plantation on a large piece of land, it requires a fertile piece of land and of course, much attention from the farmer. This explains this view. Now, 2 decades ago, bananas were food to the residents and the excess would be cut down to either fertilize the soil or feed to the animals, especially the cows. But with quick means of transport and better roads, a demand was discovered in many other towns of Uganda. Today, matoke from Bushenyi ends up as far as Arua, Gulu and Juba. This transformation of a food crop into a cash crop has led to rapid development of the district. We cannot forget to say that agriculture is the backbone of Uganda. Many have indulged in this sector and yields are good.
For more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website www.newvision.co.ug/Pearl of Africa. You can also grab yourself a copy of the Sunday Vision that carries more of these Pearl of Africa stories every Sunday. Now we go into our special report. We continue with Elizabeth's story. After becoming the general of all street children in the old taxi park, Pauline Elizabeth Mukandanga was quite fierce, wild, but loved by her subjects. This was the peak of becoming Mama City. This fame attracted suitors, of course, who dared to win the heart of a general. We continue with this story.
Age has a way of taming women. By 18 years, Pauline Elizabeth Mukandanga felt she had outgrown living on the street. The general, as she was popularly called, rented a room in the outskirts of Kampala in Makinde, where she was to later decide to stay after letting go of street life. This took her a while. Abandoning a life she had passionately learned to live for 4 years was not easy.
Kasana weze miaka 18. Ningamba yenu kati okoze eki okuzetera nova kuki ku street afazali onaddanga buzi kati ngenda nonye nyumba kubajuka natambulanga mu kibuga kati nonye nyumba ngifuna size ze masajja naye sasula ko mu nyumba eyo ebiseera ebyo yali ya mitwalo 4 kati mukujifuna anjipangisa nenga sijisulamu kati nga bwembera ndi munju ngamba wakati mwane bala wakati chechirifu kati nga nino okwambala.
According to Mukandanga, the street life did not at any one time interfere with her relationship with her new neighbors. All the anti-social behaviors like taking drugs and fighting was done on Kampala streets, and a humble girl went back to her rented room in Masaja.
Sinza gamanti banda bako banga mfuwa kunjayi banga nkola bwekiti nedda ate nga ndira vule n'abaana abalingawo abato abaana baba neighbor naye nga terina amanyi nti oyo ayinza okukola bwati ne bwati ndi mulungi nnyo nga nyinza okukeera n'enjuza engoye zange banenyo nyumba yange ekiwala n'ennumba ebbala lyange nga bulijjo.
The epic of Mukadanga's adolescent life did not shadow our romantic feelings for the opposite sex. Even though she was fierce, energetic, wild and free, the men who were interested in her did not fear trying their luck. At first, she recalls going out on dates with men as a game she enjoyed playing with the street boys. This is how they played her suitors.
Nentegeka abalenzi bange bano bennyini batabani bange ne tulumba ekibaala n'otuula nange ne tunnya biki kati ogenda okulaba nga beefudde mu ndi girlfriend waabwe lwaki oli wano biki ebbaala ekyankala nyingi gibudde eri kumbe bo bali kuki bali mu kukola n'abankutte tukoze eki tuvuddewo.
Unlike the unlucky suitors, there came a man who until today brings a spark in Mukadanga's life as she recollects how he approached her and later was the reason she decided to leave the streets.
Onenza no bajja yajja ne ode endala kati olw'okubeera ati nali sirina nti nno ndi mu bintu by'abalenzi naye nali neetaaga nnyo omuntu ansobola kitegedde nga ansobola ng'ayinza okuŋŋamba ekintu n'enkiwulira kuba nayinanga emputtu tosobola kuŋŋamba kintu n'enkikola kugamba nga bonna abasinga mbayisaamu muki amaaso naye ye bwe yajja ndowooza asobola kunsoma ki mbeera n'agamba kati ono aleeta kati yajja lumu tuba tuli ku street awo nga tutudde essaawa nga 5 ng'apaakinga yina akamotoka ke akapaakinga awo nga yeefuula azze okulya wano chapati mu paaka nga asabayo ku buugi bw'atudde awo kati avaawo yeereeta wano we tutuula ewaffe ku kampi yaffe okola ki wano nti ntudde obadde ogamba ki ayagala okunyumya naawe akola ati onze okunyumya nange kukyaki kati n'atandika obuyaayi saala okugamba nga byonkubuzewo nziramu biki bikirengamba maama atono nga aze negundi ndala nnyo agenda okulaba nga yeefudde mukwano gwaffe nti alina okujjangawo najja lunaku yatandika bwatyo mpola atuguliddeyawo ku chapati nga bomanyi ku street atugulidde ku buugi tusanyusa olukiiko olusanyuka.
That was New Vision TV News. I catch you next time. My name is Lynn Komjisha. I leave you with a fact file.